Good morning once again. We're out here at day 2 of this project. We got rained out a little early yesterday, so we're back at the pool deck and driveway sealing. The rain didn't affect it too much, washed out a little bit of sand, but overall not too bad. We're about to start mixing some sealer and get started here. But as we were coming out to begin mixing, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about pricing. I know you guys, when you're doing a sealing estimate, you're probably having 2 or 3 or 4 contractors coming out, and I get that and I understand that. One thing I would advise you, pricing isn't everything, and I know we hear that all of our life, and it matters. And the reason I say that is because if you're getting a price that's way lower than other guys, there's probably something to that. You guys know that already, but sometimes we get caught up in only the pricing because you have a tendency to think, oh, it's just sealing. Well, it's not just sealing. When it comes to Florida and all of our rainfall and our humidity, it plays a huge factor in what type of sealer you get. When you're having estimates done by these contractors, one of the most important things you need to ask is, what type of sealer are you putting on my pavers? I highly recommend that you use a water-based sealer, and not just any water-based sealer, but as long as you're getting started with at least a water-based sealer, that's a great start. But a 2-part water-based sealer will last so much longer than just a regular water-based sealer. So some guys will say, yeah, I am using a water-based sealer, and that's way better than a solvent. I'm not a proponent of a solvent at all, especially in Florida. And 9 times out of 10, when we see a sealer that's failed, almost every time it's from a solvent. Now, I know that you can lay down a solvent here and it'll work. I'm not saying that you can't. I'm just saying 99 out of 100 times when we go out and we do a sealing estimate, we look at someone's that's already been sealed before and the sealer has failed, almost always it was laid by a solvent that was laid that failed. So number one is what type of sealer they're using. Are they using a water base? I hope so. And then if they are, another important factor you need to know is it a 2-part water base? 2-part will last a heck of a lot longer than a 1-part water-based sealer. So don't get caught up. Yeah, well, he's using a water-based sealer too. It doesn't work quite that way, but at least they're using a water-based sealer. And the reason I'm bringing all this up is because I want to show you, as we're getting ready to mix, there's a driveway next door and this sealer has completely failed. And if this homeowner ever wants to get this rectified, instead of a normal quote of those guys charging you somewhere between, I don't know, let's say somewhere between $1 to $2 a square foot to seal, now you're going to be looking at $3 to $4 to strip it and get it corrected. So you don't want to make that mistake just by price shopping alone. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what some failed sealer looks like. So these pavers are obviously supposed to be bright red, but they're turning white. They've already begun to turn white, especially down here on the edge. And I don't want to get too much on this property, but these red pavers, I'm not sure if the video's doing it justice enough, but they're definitely beginning to fail. You can see the white. That's the moisture getting trapped under the sealer and it can't breathe. Whoever sealed this, they got sealer all over the concrete as well. You can see it on the sides here. Just not a very good job at all. And this is what you get from some guys that are just price shopping. I promise you, if my quote per se is $800 and that guy's is $550, you probably want to ask some questions, because if that $550 fails on you about 10 months down the road, it's going to cost you about 3 to 4 times that original quote to get it corrected. So sand is imperative. It's huge. We talk about it all the time. But using a water base, and hopefully they're using a 2-part water base so that you're getting the most value for your money. Hope that helps. Give us a call or text if you need any pressure washing or pave sealing. 813-335-2869. Thanks guys, have a great weekend. It's Labor Day weekend, taking a 5-day weekend, gonna go party and float on the river in Virginia. God bless. Hope everyone has a great day.